guys, so this is my first video of 2017 and it's a special effects look that I saw in The Walking Dead when, spoiler alert, Carl got his eye shot out by Ron in season 6 episode 9. So basically the first step is to cover your eyebrows because you do not want any hairs to be pulled out with latex. This is totally safe to do, but just make sure you use a non-toxic and washable glue stick and just run that over your eyebrows and then use the back of your nail to do another coat and wait for that to dry before you start applying any makeup. Get a sheet of paper and put it over your eye to see what the shape of your entire eye area is. You have to make sure that all of that it is all completely covered. Apply latex to the parts of your eye where the paper will sit, being careful that the latex is never touching your actual eyelid. It might sting a bit whenever you put it under your eye, but when it dries, it won't irritate your eye at all. Go over the outside of the paper to build up a just to kind of blend it into the skin. It doesn't really work, but just do it. It does help the blending in look a wee bit more seamless. Take cotton balls, roll them up, rip them apart, and then apply them to the centre of the paper. This will look like the guts of the eye socket. If that's a thing, I couldn't think of anything else to say. Yeah, it does kind of look like guts, doesn't it? Anyway, never mind. Then take your foundation and roughly cover the paper and the cotton wool. I should have gone over this with like brown face paint so that it blended in a wee bit more with the skin and it wasn't so bright. So do that, but make sure it's not like a dark brown, just a light brown. It doesn't need to be like dark, because then it will just look stupid. But whenever you're covering it with the foundation, it really doesn't have to be like amazingly high coverage because you're just going to go over it with paint anyway. You're not really going to see it. This is just for the parts that you might see. then paint it with red and black face paints to make the hole look really deep. You can also go around the perimeter of the prosthetic as well to make it look a wee bit irritated. Okay, so for Christmas I got a new microphone, a new camera, new editing software, new everything, and I am obviously totally new to all of this stuff. So I'm still figuring it out, and if there are any mistakes in the early days, forgive me. And if it takes a wee bit longer to post videos, that is the reason right now. I'm going to try to get onto a regular schedule, but we'll see how far that goes, but that's my plan for this year. This year I am also going to be doing a lot more face paint videos, a lot more special effects videos, more in-depth beauty videos, all these kind of things that are really long. I intend to bring them out this year as well, since I didn't have a lot of material to do that last year with my filming and editing situation. But this year I feel as though it's going to be a lot better and a lot easier for me to do that, and I hope that you all enjoy those kind of videos. And if you have any suggestions on what you want to see me do, please leave a suggestion in the comments and I'll give it a try. And at some point I'll do a more in-depth tutorial for this, but basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a flat fluffy brush and a dark purple lipstick, and I'm dotting that all over the perimeter of the prosthetic. This also helps to cover the edges of the paper. Thing is, I'm taking vampire blood, so just a runny, thick, fake blood, and I was looking about for as you can see, I'm looking around for a container to put it in, and I just saw the glue stick lid, and I was like, oh well, just put it in there. So that's now a mess, as you can imagine. It's disgusting. A lot better if I had that squirty fake blood that comes out and it's literally for things like this, but I don't have any of that, so what I'm doing is I'm just dripping that down my face, and then I'm putting a cotton wool ball underneath it so that it doesn't get all over my clothes and all over the floor and all over my entire bedroom, since it's white. And I'm just doing that. I'm looking at reference pictures, seeing where the blood drips, where it falls, and I'm trying to replicate that as best as I can. The first time I did this look was one of my days for the 100 days of makeup, and what bugs me the most about that is I didn't have scab blood, and this was the first time I'd ever used scab blood, and I literally got it through the door that day, and I was like, I have to use this right now. So I went out and started filming this, and for the sole reason to use the scab blood. And here it is, using it, putting it on the end of a Q-tip, and it's the best thing ever. It just makes everything look so much better. I mean, look at how that looked before I put the scab blood on, and then after, it just looks great. For watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this kind of video. If you did, please do not forget to leave a like and maybe a comment, and maybe even click subscribe. Take a look at my Instagram at Molly Burton NUA. I changed the name since last time, I'm pretty sure, to see all my pictures from the 100 days and everything like that. If you have any suggestions for videos I could do in the future, please do not forget to leave a comment. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.